Exciting night today. I've got some Mine Lab hats to give away. I've got the I'm going to give this away tonight. A special little stubby cooler here where the girls made to take the mickey out of me. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening tonight. So stay tuned, and we've got a big night tonight. So welcome all, lots of people here, Tam, Alan, loads and loads of people here. I just lost the chat, so we'll get that up. PJ's here, Greg's in the house, Michael, Mark, Lord Friday, Bruce, Chris Grant, well, Richard's here from Glendons. We were going to do that giveaway with Glendons tonight, but we're not going to tonight. Well, actually, we will give that away too. So we've got the Glendons gift card giveaway. I will just have to have a look exactly what that's for in a minute. We will give that one away. We'll give away that special one. We've got the Mine Lab hats. We've got a few more of them left, so cool Mine Lab hats. So, some prizes tonight. And it's going to be very, very interesting tonight. I'm going to release something that I've been excited about for what seems like forever, but it's 2 weeks away, it's 3 weeks away. I'll tell you a little trip I'm going on, and we can go from there. So Josh is here. DP Motors has been fishing in Fraser last week, so you've got a good excuse for not watching the show, mate. So big night. Now we're going to talk about a few pay to prospect places that I know of. What I would like is, if you've been to a pay to prospect place, please put it in the comments, because I want to compile a giant list of all the pay prospect places across the country where you can go and pay to prospect, because I believe there is 4 or 5 now at Warwick. And the very best of them, I think, is still Glendons, which is Richard's here, which we're going to give away that gift voucher for now. I don't have a lot of experience in New South Wales. Maybe there's a stack in New South Wales, but there is a few in North Queensland. So make sure you put, if you know of any pay to prospects, let's collect a list to help everyone out. So Timmy Breen's here. Good to have a chat to you today, Rodney. Good to have a chat to you today. To Vernon, I haven't had a chat to you for weeks. I'm lonely, Vernon. I'm missing you and your dirty coins. So love your work, guys. Lynn Dutch is in the house. So yes. So I can't wait any longer. I was going to talk about everyone else, but we're going to get straight into this, because I am super excited about this. I can finally tell you about it. And that's this place. Right? Now, as I've talked about before, Palmerville Station, right? We've been working with the landowner up there. So he had a big problem up there. He had a lot of people trespassing on the property, not allowed to go on there without permission. It was a big insurance risk. He's running some quite good cattle up there now, and they were getting in the road of mustering, all that sort of jazz. So I was approached last year with a little bit of a following on here, and to open it up, or to help him open it up with pay to prospect. So that's what we're going to do. So Palmerville Station. So everyone has probably heard the history of Palmerville Station. What we're actually going to do here is we'll start right back at the beginning, actually, and we'll go over here. So Palmerville Station. Okay, so I've got my maps here. So Palmerville Station is that black area. There, that's the property boundary. Directly west of Cape Trib, Cooktown, Port Douglas, Cairns. So she's about a 4-hour trip to Port Douglas, to Cairns, I should say. So a lot of people will be sort of probably flying into Cairns. So what's going to happen there is the landowner and a couple of us are going to open a campground there where you can stay and fossick. Okay, so I'm not actually seeing any comments here, so we might just pull the comments up. So that's about 130,000 acres, 130,000 hectares, I should say, not acres. It's a load more acres. It's about the same size as Hong Kong. Okay, so imagine Hong Kong, that's Hong Kong, right? So if we were to zoom in a little bit there, so basically you come up the main road, all bitumen, okay, into White's Cliff Road. So this is White's Cliff Road. Palmerville Roadhouse is actually just up the road a little bit there. That's probably the gun spot to top up at this stage before you come on to White's Cliff Road. So the only bit of dirt is this bit of dirt here onto the station. Okay, so immediately you get to the station, we'll zoom in here, and this is Cannibal Creek Camp. Obviously the photos aren't up to date with what we're doing there. So this is Cannibal Creek Camp. Okay, so at the moment we're in the process of doing up these 3 huts here. I hope you can see my little mouse there. Doing up those 3 huts. We need to turn my phone off. That's actually a call from the station. At the moment, someone's ringing me from the station. So they're the 3 huts we're doing up at the moment. We've just organised drinking water, satellite internet. There'll be very limited internet, toilets, all that sort of jazz, right? So that's the area. Now, if I was just to turn on, now there is going to be fossicking areas, okay? Because the landowner obviously needs to work the cattle, so areas of the property will be turned off and turned on. However, really we've got this side of the property here to play with. So if I was to go up here and not turn that one on, if I was just to turn the waypoints on, right, on the station, 99% of these are gold mines, okay? So there is a lot of historic and new gold mines on the property. So just an absolutely outstanding opportunity to get onto new ground. Some of this ground, of course, this place has been detected over the years. Absolutely has been detected over the years. However, if I can find this here and I can turn that off, let me find this is the sort of stuff we're constantly seeing out there. So it is going to be, yes. Cannibal Creek is a great story, Bodell. Bodell's here. Cannibal Creek is there. Yes. There are snapping handbags. We do have to be careful of snapping handbags up there. So Brett Bullen's got a question here. Do you recommend Google Earth free version or pay for it? I would do neither with Google Earth. I would go to that I was just using there, which is Gaia GPS. So, this will be it is completely self-contained camping with obviously we will have the cabins done up, ready to go. We are starting to look at powered sites, although powered sites might not be available immediately. We're working through toilets and all that sort of thing. It's an absolutely beautiful place in places. It is whoever asked that. It is. Can you drive a car up there? Or is it 4x4 only? Really, you want a 4x4 up there. Not so much that you need it, but it's the ground clearance. Yes. So it's the ground clearance that's the issue, sort of thing. You wouldn't probably do that very much with a hatchback, you know. So that wouldn't be much fun. So, beautiful place, and the major problem with it is it's covered in this stuff, right? It is, it is just completely not covered in it. You have to work for it. So that Cannibal Creek is an old tin mine. There's not much right there in the camp, but once you go out, there is. So we're opening these big fossicking areas. Then we're actually running high-end tours, right? Now, we're going to run 3-day tours. It's going to be about $300 a day. Now, that sounds like a lot of money, right? But the sort of stuff we're getting up there, like, so this is obviously a lot of gold. All this is from Palmerville, right? Your Forester might be right. All this is from Palmville, all this gold that I'm showing you now. This is the problem, right? There is a lot of gold. That there, experienced bloke on the tour grounds, not even cleaning out, right? That's a couple of days' work. So the tour grounds will be exclusive. So that will be in areas that the station might be working, and they can't have a lot of people, but we can go in there as a tour group with 10 or 20 people, and that's about it. Yes, so that's what's happening up there. Okay. So this will be open dry season. So Benny Henderson, where is this and when? This is Palmerville Station. So this is west of Cooktown. West of Cooktown. So I'm just getting a drink here. West of Cooktown, and it'll be open dry season. So it will be absolutely mental. If you're sitting at Georgetown or you're sitting at Claremont at the moment, Palmerville is the go. Mitch, the man with two names, is banned on Facebook. Jeez, mate. So, yes, it is phenomenal gold, and we haven't even, like, when you look at the size of this place, there is just so much ground to cover. It's just the craziest place. So if we just looked, I think one of the fossicking areas is going to be south of Cannibal Creek here. Like, a lot of this ground has all these gullies. Well, some of them will be holding gold. Some of these ridge lines will be holding gold, let alone panning in the creek, sluicing in the creek. Some of the creeks are actually running, but big, giant dams, beautiful looking dams. Let me just see if I can find a picture for you of the Cannibal Creek. Here we go. Let's just swip it over here. So this is the Cannibal Creek camp that I was talking to you about before. So, yes. So we believe, and without me being up there yet, we believe that we'll be open. I'd like to think we're open in 5 days. Not 5 days. The 5th of July. I think we'd be open on or before that. So yes. So this is our camp, right? We're going to put some pads. I believe that's happening or about to happen. Pads in the around this dam, probably that northern side of the dam. So there's flat caravan spots there, and we'll be able to get a fair few people in there. Okay, so we haven't set numbers yet. Yeah, so righto. So price wise, we're probably thinking in the range of $20, $30 a day, $250 a week, that sort of thing for a family. So 2 people and kids. Kids under, I think it was 12, go for free. So yeah, we want to encourage the kids up, so there'll be no charge for the kids. So that's where the camp will be. Yes, so there's some questions there. Now, Kev asked about Barra and the dams. I want to talk about what else goes on this station. Can you swim in the dam? There can be leather handbags in there, snapping handbags. What did someone call it before? Matty Hand, there is a helipad going in, mate. There's no doubt about that. There's a helipad going in. Yes. So, beautiful spot, right? Who said that? Benjamin Long, no excavators. Excavators are banned. So, yes. Right. So, there's a few things, and I'm going to put this in the notes, but I'm also going to put a post up about this shortly, right? But there is a contact number. Don't ring it now because it's sitting here next to me, okay? 824 Palmerville Gold. So I've just put that in the comments. There's the mobile phone number. There's the number you contact to find out all the details, right? What I am also putting in the contact, I've got a is the email address, right? So I've got caps lock on there, but you'll cope with it, right? Okay, so let's talk about what else goes on or will be going on. Won't be going on immediately, but dams, right? Now, the home dam, this dam here, right? We will allow catch and release in that fella because we might use that as a bit of a food source. However, the other dams that I was showing you before, all the dams around the place, some of them do have barra in them, and big size barra. I may actually have a picture here. Let's just see if I can find a picture here. Don't know whether I loaded a picture with the barra, but let's just see if I can find a picture here, just to give you an idea of what. Oh, here's a good picture, right? There's a likely looking young lad. Let's get that bloke there. We'll turn that one off, and we'll flick that across. That's about what the barra look like, right? So decent sized barra, and decent sized barra up there, no doubt about that. So not only will there be fishing guide up there, we've had conversations with astronomers, okay, that want to run little tours up there. We've had conversations with bike safari people. We've had conversations with four-wheel drive tours. We've had my brain is the most amazing experience, and I don't know whether I've got a picture of the caves here, but I'm going to go and get a picture of the caves, right? The Western Yawanji, right? Who said that? Benjamin Long. No, it's not a nudist camp. The Western Yaoundji, right? And where here? The Western Yaoundji we're partnering up with the Western Yaoundji, who are the local traditional owners up there. Now, the Western Yaoundji, right, have some incredible. Oh, I've mucked this here somewhere. How did I muck that up so quickly? Here, there we go. Have some of the most incredible cave paintings, right, on the anywhere, right? There is some mental stuff. So you can go into a cave at the traditional owners tour. So there is some super cool stuff going on up there. We are in the midst of it. We are making it happen as quickly as we possibly can, because there is just no point in talking about it any longer. And gold. So yes. The other thing we're talking about too is heli prospecting. So we're going to put a helicopter pad at the camp, right? We are going to go with a guide. I believe the chopper can hold 3 across the back and a guide. So a 3-person tour up into some really remote country. Some of this country you can't get into. You can't drive into. Some of it you can't even get a bike in it, right? So what we'll do is now this is a bit of a long-term thing. We have to get heli spots in there, sort of thing. So, but we'll have a helipad at camp, drop down in the morning, right? A guide, 3 guests go and drop us into some remote area. Then drop us there for the day, leave us there for the day, right? This isn't going to be cheap, the heli tours, but they'll drop us in there for the day, and pick us up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's the sort of stuff we want to do. And that will happen out of this camp, okay? So this camp is going to be the hub, okay? So, cattle station experiences. If I can just minimise this. Now, I'm probably going to get this wrong here, because I'm not 100% sure where the yards are, but I'll be corrected by the Palmerville guys. Don't worry about that. So just up the top here, around here, I think it's that dam. Oh, I could be wrong. That dam there, I think there's a set of yards there, so you can come up and do. If they're mustering at the time, we can organise a tour up there for you. Go and have a look at the mustering. That'll be small numbers as well, because obviously we don't want 10,000 people there while they're mustering. So just great gold. And when you look, if we were just to look at this north section here, and you were to scroll into those gullies, right? You could spend your lifetime just in that little patch of ground, and I'll guarantee there's gold in those gullies there somewhere. So some absolutely just cool stuff. So I've only spent sort of 10 days or so up there. Got onto some good gold. Lynn Dutch, the red markers are historical gold mines. I haven't even listed the current gold leases up there, but it is So it is going to be a lot of fun up there. Now, how on earth I'm going to do it, I have no concept of that at the moment. What I have done is I've probably got one of the best prospectors up there helping out, and that's Aussie Bloke Prospector, John from Aussie Bloke Prospector. So John is a very experienced tour guide. He's done some tour guiding and stuff over on the over on the in WA, and he spent a lot of time at Palmerville Station putting this together. So it is very, 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 very. It's going to be a well put together trip. So there's 3 trips that, from a tour point of view, because we're talking about tours. From a tour point of view, right? So we're going to do 3-day tours, right? It'll be about $300 a day. They're going to be tag along tours, self-sufficient, vehicle only, no trailers, right? So self-sufficient. So we will travel through the goldfield, right, on a 3-day tour. Okay. Now, that 3-day tour, right, will then have a day off in the middle, right? So the idea is, and then the second 3-day tour will run. So if you want to do a 7-day tour on Palmerville, a proper tour where you'll nail some wicked gold, right? What you can do, if you want to do 7 days, you do the first 3 days, then you do the second 3 days, and that day in the middle, you can go and have a look at the caves, you can go have a look at the mustering, you can go and have a detect by yourself. Yeah, so some cool stuff, absolutely cool stuff. So awesome geology happening up there. That's just some sort of dike up there. So yeah. Stephen, is there any point with someone just starting out? Well, yes. No better place to learn than somewhere where you can get decent gold. Oh yeah. We don't know whether these are going to be open yet, so I feel a bit guilty showing you, but I have to show you, right? I don't think we're going to be able to access these, but have a look at that. That is just spectacular. Yeah. That is just spectacular. I just love that spot there. But it is tied in with the sacred site for the traditional owners, so we don't know what the deal is with that yet. But all of it's spectacular. Yeah, all of it's spectacular. It's pretty hard country too. Oh, here's some more gold. It's pretty hard country, but then you get areas of the dams like that. And I think that could be... No, that's not Cannibal Creek. That's another dam there. Yeah. It is... Yeah, it is pretty cool. So, there's another one of that dike, that intrusion there. Pretty cool. So, yes. Yeah, so James, so the idea of the tour, the 3-day tour, is we leave the morning of the first day. It's probably a fairly serious 4-wheel drive into where we'll go. Probably an hour in there. Obviously in a convoy of vehicles. Detect, then camp on the gold, right? I don't know about night detecting, but yep. I don't know about any night detecting. Well, I haven't thought about that. Probably not. This country, if we just go back to, where was the picture of that camp? Let's just get that picture of the camp up. If you look right at the back there, right, it's such a big property that night detecting is probably not a sensible thing to do, simply because you can get turned around in this country so easily. So, for instance, the if you were to, where's that one there, wanted to share. So look at those gullies, right? If you're camped here and got turned about, like, there's a lot of gullies there that look the same. So you do have to be a fraction. We do have to be a fraction careful there. So I would expect that people be. We're not on. Yeah. So. Yes. So it is amazing. So from Brisbane, Oh, sorry. Let's just finish what I was talking about. So it'll be 3 days land, and then so you camp on the Gold, so there's no travel time. That's the big thing up there. So you camp on the Gold. Next day, different location. Next day, different location. Then back into camp, into Cannibal Creek. Okay. Yes. So that's what we're planning on. So from Brisbane, so this is Palmerville Station, okay? So from Brisbane, let me just pull this map up here, just to give you a bit of a ballpark of what's going on. We'll transition across there. So just to give you a bit of a ballpark what's going on, let's turn off these waypoints. We'll turn off waypoints and waypoint labels, just to give us a clear view about what's going on here. So that outline is Palmerville Station, okay? So Cooktown, there we go, Cooktown, Cape Trib, Port Douglas, right? Cairns, and remind me to tell you about the helicopters, right? So it is right up in North Queensland. You can see the station up the top here, right? So from Brisbane, she's about a 21-hour drive. So she's a long way up there, okay? So I just think it'll be it'll just be a once in a lifetime thing. And if you are traveling, if you are in North Queensland or traveling or planning to do a big trip, you got to spend some time here. Okay, you've got to spend some time here because the Gold is sick, the company's even better, yeah, you'll love it. Absolutely, it's just going to be the coolest place. Now, I forgot to talk about, Maddie mentioned choppers. Choppers. So this is going to be the choppers that will, I believe this is the people that are going to take us. They currently do Port Douglas to the reef and and Cairns to the reef. Okay, so this is the sort of thing we're going to do with the heli prospecting, okay, which will be just mental, absolutely just mental. So if I was to go back here, when people talk about planes, now I haven't actually had a chance to put this together yet, right? So don't hold it to me. We've got to have a look at these two photos, right? There's a good photo. We'll just save that photo. I haven't thought about that photo, but we'll just minimize that now. We'll open a new photo here. We'll browse. So from a point of view of planes, right? So we'll just minimize that. Bloke should turn his phone off while he's doing this show, but Bloke's not that bright enough. So there's a full airstrip up there, okay? So, of course, there's a full airstrip up there. And we're talking about the airstrip. Let me just show you the airstrip. There's airstrips everywhere. But the airstrip is over near the main station. So the airstrip is the other side of the range, just in here. Palmerville Station Airport. There's the airstrip. Let me just let you get on this map. So there's the airstrip, okay? So Palmerville Station Airport is there. That's the old station house, okay? The new one's down here. And we're over this side. So it's a bit of a run, but not a big thing. But we are working about putting planes in there. So we'll be able to, at some stage, flight into the station, pick up in a vehicle, over to the camp, do some cool tours, put people in the cabins that have got everything in them, bed, everything like that. You know, this is in development. Let's just say that. Now, let me get back here. I've got photos. I've got lots of photos to show you. So I know I'm probably annoying everyone here, but let's say here, let's just have a look at, I just saved a picture. What it's doing is actually pretty cool. Okay, I'm a bit of a, oh, there's a bit of gold. You've probably seen this bit of gold before, actually. This bit of gold was a bit that I found, a nice bit that I found up there. I love this bit of gold. Maybe we'll just do that. That's a nice bit of gold. That was a bit, I think I gave that away on the show here. So, in fact, let's just have a look here, and we might actually do it a little bit more simply. Messenger. Here, we'll do it this way. Right, so we're going to do monitor share here. So, this is what they're running on the station. Very, very cool. Another horrible view of the station, of course. We'll get rid of that thing there. Then it is just beautiful country, like just spectacular country. So it's just that's a pretty ordinary picture of it there. You've only just caught the ceiling of that there. So what they're doing is they're putting these grey Brahmins on, and geez, they're nice looking cattle. So it's the other ones you got to watch, the other blokes. So beautiful pools. Oh, that was a photo I showed you there before. Oh, the place is covered, right? If you're a sort of a small scale alluvial miner, which is just sort of like what I am. Like, I'm a small scale alluvial miner, loves detecting, right? There is old mining equipment scattered around just everywhere. I just geek out at some of this stuff, and I'm climbing all over it and being a, working out how stuff worked. I haven't seen this one. This was just a photo that the property owner just sent me. But I'm going to find out exactly where that is so I can climb all over that and work out what's going on there. But that looks like a very, very interesting little apparati. So very, very keen to go and have a squiz at that one there. So there we go. That looks like Whites Creek Road. So that's the sort of road conditions travelling in from the highway. Horrible view on the way. So yeah. So that just gives you a bit of an idea of what is going on up there. Okay, so let's get back to the chat here a bit, because people like the chat. So, right, they do look a bit like Brahmins. They are Brahmins, grey Brahmins. So, yes, it will be mental. Okay, so put it on your list now. The website will be up. If it's not up today, it'll be up. If it's not up today, it'll be up tomorrow. I'll guarantee that it'll be up tomorrow. There will just be an email reminder there. So you put your email address in so we can give you updates. But I am expecting it to be open very, very soon, like first week or two of July, at the outside. Okay. You will need a fossicking permit. You will need to supply car details. You will need like vehicle washdown because you're coming onto the station. There is some requirements around it, sort of thing. They're all detailed on the website. Yeah, Michael was up there as a caretaker for 12 months. Well done, Michael. It's a nice part of the world. So, yes. So if anyone's got any questions... So, the website's called Palmerville Gold, okay? There is also a Facebook page that we are just opening. I don't know whether I've opened it, actually, to public. So, let's see if it is. Palmerville Gold. I don't think it's open, but I think Palmerville Gold. So I don't know whether, there it is. Has anyone liked it? No one's liked it just yet. So I'll double check that after the show. So make sure you get on Palmville Gold and like it. I'm going to share that around dramatically. And when I say dramatically, I mean dramatically. So Palmerville Gold is the Facebook page. There is also our tours for the property. Our $300 a day puts you onto some sick ground, some mental gold, like some of that other gold I was showing you there before, right? We've got creative, and we've had to think about it. That's going to be Aussie Gold Rush Adventures. So Aussie Gold Rush Adventures, come and join us on Aussie Gold Rush Adventures, right? So yes. So I think there'll be a tour. I think there'll be a few convoys going up the highway, and probably the new destination, the new hot spot. So when it opens, I'll let you guys know first, because I think what's going to happen is there's going to be a fairly large, rush, if you like, in there to start with. Okay, so I'm going to let you know now. You guys will know first, sort of thing. Blue Mitchell, I know who that bloke is. Mini excavator and mini wash plants allowed, Ben? Serious question. Well, so what we're also doing, my goodness gracious me, I'm going to need 3 of me. What we're also doing, right, real estate up there, okay? So, hand mining claims. Talk to me about hand mining claims. Talk to me about mining leases. We're going to set up this. If anyone wants to buy a mining lease or buy a mining lease or sell a mining lease, we're going to help them with that too. So, yeah, yes. Sluicing equipment is no trouble at all when the creeks are running. We'll have to have an update on creeks are running. We may even be able to, there was talk at some stage there of solar pumps to make a creek flow out of the dam or at one of the dams around camp. We can do something a little bit, we like to get a bit full on, with these things. You know how you've got an idea of how I operate, and nothing's out of the question, of course. I'm just trying to find that picture of the camp. So let's just transition that across there. So see the camp there? Right over the back there is actually a couple of small dams. Okay, so we might be able to do something with a solar pump and some sluice runs or something or other there. Yes, so Matty, no, tonight wasn't on Bush Rangers. Tonight was Pay to Detect, and I haven't talked about any other Pay to Detect apart from Palmerville Station. So sorry about that. I will get to a few good ones in the next. I just noticed that I've been talking for 45 minutes. Bodell, will it be shut during the wet? No. So we're working on that. Obviously, it's not a priority until we're open, so it'll be a while before we work that out. But it is a spectacular place in the wet. The problem is you can't really move around that much. So, yes, we don't know quite how that's going to work, and we got, but these cabins will certainly be open for the wet season. So, very, very hot, quite in the wet season, of course. It's beautiful up there at the moment. Maximums are 30 degrees, that sort of stuff. It's, yeah. Right, so, yes. Looking for a lease for a long time. I've got a lot of Can you make the Palmville page so you can invite friends? Well, I know it's possible, but whether I can or not, it's a completely different story. Okay, so yes, but I will try to do that. I'll write that down. So I'm not moving up there. People have been talking about panning and sluicing in the creeks. There is some mental ground up there for panning and sluicing and crevicing. Like some of these creeks, I don't think I've shown you all these photos yet, but there's a creek photo I showed you here. Let me turn that one off so I can see what the hell I'm doing here. Where is that one? Here. This is a pretty ordinary one. But have a look at that picture there, right? Now, I've got a better picture of that. I don't know why I put that up there, but let me just pull this picture up just to give you an idea of what's possible, right? Here we go. Sluices, get excited. If you got a sluice, you need to be excited. And I've loaded it on the wrong screen. There. So I've loaded it on the wrong screen because I need to go there and then add it to there. So this is a sluice's dream, right? Palmerville Gold in one of the richest gold fields in the country. And this bad boy sitting there. Where are we? There we go. Can you not see a sluice sitting on there? Right? Can you not see a sluice sitting in there? Look at how clean that water is down the gully there. Right? I could sit there. I could sit there. Yeah, I could sit there for a long time. So, yeah. So, Vernon, how much water in the creeks and the dry? The dry dries it out pretty well. The Palmer certainly has water in it. The creeks are still running up there. I don't think the Palmer's running, but some of the creeks are still running. Some of the creeks run all year round, but yeah. And from a sluicing point of view, we are going to look at that solar powered pump. Maybe some actually old timber sluice runs that you can actually just sit your sluice underneath. Yeah, so awesome place to sit on those 40-degree days. That is where I would be. A cool drink or three, and I'd be in heaven. If there was some yellow coming out of the crevices just near there, doesn't get too much better. Now, I've got to talk about these other places. So, and I notice everyone's asking me questions about Palmerville, and we've forgotten our core mission to list out all of the pay to prospect fossicking areas that you guys know. I know there's a few on there, but yeah. So now people keep talking about crocodiles. Yes, there are crocs up there. They normally stay in the bigger bodies of water. You do have to be careful in little bodies of water, but these clear waters you can sort of get a bit of an idea. But you've got to be very careful up there with crocs. So, Aaron says White's Click Road is closed in the wet. Yes, it can be. Depending how long the wet is. So, yeah. So, Monday Night Live next week, right? I am going to be. Let me just turn that off. I am going to be Monday Night Live. We'll be out of that centre hut there. next week. I'll be sitting there. I will be sitting in that middle hut doing Monday Night Live next week. So I don't know quite how we're going to do that, but yeah. Yeah. So, what about Danger Noodles, Mark? Mark, Danger Noodles. Danger Noodles are always around, but, you know, I was out the lease there the other day, and there was a little red bellies back. There was 3 of them on the damn wall, and they were chasing around looking for a frog. One of them, I went and got a noodle whacker, for want of a better term, just in case things got a little bit ordinary. And I was standing on the damn wall, and one went between my legs. I didn't even notice him. Yeah, so yeah, it's crazy. So there are some Danger Noodles out there, but you know, in these well-trafficked areas, you won't see a lot of them. So now there's a few. There's a few questions there. Obviously, there's reception in the area. No, we've got satellite internet. So if you've been to the lease, exactly the same system. I don't know quite whether it's going to be available. I believe it will be available for punters. But, yes. So, yeah. Oh, Blue Mitchell. Yeah, no one's going to bloody put the wind up me up there. I feel completely at home up there. Don't worry about that. So. Yeah, so Luke, yes, I should have worded that differently. Little one between my legs, snake on me. So yeah, no, Pete's dead right. Red belly blacks. I don't mind having the red belly blacks around because they eat the browns. So yeah, so yes, so right now Lanakuri. Lanakuri, we've got to do something on Lanakuri. I'm going to put a big post up about Lanakuri. That's happening very, very soon. Aaron, of course you can come and visit. You live just down the road. Absolutely. So at this stage, I am leaving here Thursday. So I will be up there probably Saturday or Sunday if I get away. No drop bears. No drop bears. Unless you're from England. Then I'll take you and show you a drop bear. But, yeah, no drop bears. So I am leaving Thursday, Friday, up there Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, up there Saturday, Sunday, because I'm going to take it easy on the way up. Yes, so, yes. Now, there's a question there about dogs. No, dogs aren't allowed on the property. That's just not going to work. Dingoes love them. Snakes love them. They go wild and cause a problem on the property. So no dogs. And like there's a lot of stuff I talked before about your vehicle washed down and you have to have a fossicking permit. You won't be allowed on the property a fossicking permit. And you have to have a vehicle washed down so we're not spreading rubbish on the floor, you know. Speaking of rubbish, you know, like you've got to really treat this property well, otherwise you'll be asked to leave. So, yeah. So, yes. But, yeah. So we'll be enforcing that. If you disrespect this place, you'll be asked to leave. It's as simple as that. Because that's what the landowner wants. He wants a nice, sensible opening of a place. So and that's what we're going to do. So yeah. So it is going to be great fun. So we're going to have lots and lots of fun up there. So right, so I've done it again. I've gone on too long. I've got lots of questions about Palmerville. And, you know, I've got lots to say. I love this place. It's a cool place. So what a magnet on a chopper. That's interesting. Treat it right or I close it down. That's just how it works. And this place is too sick. Like there is just... Have I shown you the gold? Let me show you the gold. right? Here, look, here. Have I shown you the gold? Right? It is just mental. So, mental. Glendons, yes. Glendons, right. So we're going to go about 20 minutes long. If you're bored, feel free to leave. But, yes. So pay to prospect, okay? One of the places that I love to go is Glendons Campground. Now, Glendons, let's get a bit of Glendons action up on the screen here. We'll just search here for Glendons. Glendons Camping Ground. Oh, sorry, I forgot to bring you with me. So, Glendons, right, is a pretty cool place. Let's just get you there. Now, Glendons has just opened something new, right? Well, they're always opening new. So, there's a raceway podium, but we want to scroll down to this next one here, right? So we'll click on that and see how it looks when it's open. Pretty ordinary, actually. On to share. Let's just scroll up there. So, at Glendons at the moment, right, there is a competition. If you go out and use their new test bed, right, for the month of July, you're going to draw to win all those prizes. So, Glendons is Superstars. So, it's a very, very, very good place. And Richard and Emma are sensational people. Now, I made the mistake last week of putting up something I shouldn't do. But I will. It does look amazing. There is good gold coming out of Glendons too. So here we go. Oh, that's not it. So now, so the prize for tonight from Glendons, right, is a $150 gift voucher, right, from Glendons. Now, we're obviously sponsoring. You can go out there and win one of the Vanquishers. Let me fix that photo for you. There is pan kits. I think those pan kits are from Rock Wallaby. I think Pasco Lads has done something there. I can see a Lucky Knuckle symbol. Of course, the Gold Rat's involved. Lucky Knuckle, pans and hats and all sorts of stuff. We donated that $340, right? So you can go out and get your chance to win one of them out in Warwick. Probably one of the best places to go and find gold. Now, people always say to me, oh, that place is flogged, right? Now, it's not, right? That was not too long ago at Glendons, right? So, there is good gold still coming out of Glendons, okay? It has been looked at for 150 years, but Glendons is a cool place. Right, so we're going to draw that gift voucher directly. So, yes. Now, has anyone got any other questions? Let me have a look here. Mark Richards is just here to talk to his mates in the comment, not here to... Yeah, I'm annoying you, am I, Mark? That's what's happening, eh? So, yeah. What's the weight in the hand? I don't know which one you were talking about there. In the hand, I think that'd probably be 25-ish. They weren't small pieces, so yeah. So yeah, Tom. People say it's been wiped out. It's not. Look, that's Glendons. Only about a month ago. So don't tell me it's been wiped out. The car park's always a good spot to go in Glendon. So, so you have a new love. The lease is up for sale. No. I still love the lease. I can love multiple things because I don't really work for a living. So I just love this stuff, you know. So And I love having people find gold. There is nothing cooler. I don't know. And I've done this a bit now, like a lot now, actually. Helping people find their first piece of gold, right? It is, I don't know how many people have done it, right? You can see the frustration of them. They come to you and they go, I just can't do it. I'm doing something wrong, right? You give them a bit of training, you put them on some decent ground, right? That moment where they find a piece of gold, there is nothing better than finding someone a bit of gold. So, and not even they finding it, right? But yeah, it will very, very good. Can you show us a gold from the Palmer? Yes, there's some. Let me show you some more. Moment with pictures. Let me find some more here. There is, I've got a lot of it. Like there's a bit. Right. There's a chopper. Oh, there's a hat with a bit on. Got to turn that other one off there. There it is there. There's a bit. But you think you want to see this fella. No. There's a bit of gold. So that's about 250, 300, something like that. Yeah, so yeah. What's the ground like at Palmerville Station? Like concrete. It will wear out your picks. The guys that have been up there, so the guy that's been up there for 12 months will actually wear out a pick in that the point won't have an end on it. So, yeah. So for camping at Palmerville Station, can we take trailers into the main camp? Of course, trailers, caravans, vans, like all sorts of stuff can go in the main camp. That's no trouble at all. The only limitation is tag along tours out in the bush, right? Because there is some rough four-wheel driving to happen, and that's half the adventure. Will a monster run there? Yes, the gold monster will run there. Numbers will be limited at Palmerville. We can't have 600 people there, right? It is probably going to be capped at 100 people. So I would think that when this opens, we will sell out. I would expect us to sell out. So you need to get tomorrow when that website's up and going. We'll have an email thing there, or send me an email so you can go on the email list. I'll put that. I'll put that email address up now. info@Palmerville. Oh, there's no space. Gold.com.au. The number is. I don't know the number off the top of my head just yet, but I will soon. The number is 0413 960 824. They're the contact details for Palmerville. Okay. What was that? What was the biggest nugget from Palmerville? Oh, kilos. Like there's some big gold coming out of there. So yeah. Yeah. Other pay to prospect. Yes, we've got to do that. Other pay to prospect. So, has anyone else got some suggestions for pay to prospect? Whereabouts are you? Let's focus in on other pay to prospect. Tanya. Let's focus in on Tanya. Is Parker Mining up there or near there, or didn't it eventuate? I don't know. There was a lease up there that was pending. I actually don't know what's going on there. So, yeah. It's pretty hot ground, Tom, but the monsters will run. No problem at all. So, they'll be noisy like they did, sort of thing. So, yes. Bodell, there is a fuel station we're hoping to put in. Yes, so we're hoping to put a diesel station near that camp, diesel and what have you. So Western Creek, Georgetown, there we go. Flat Creek Station at Georgetown. Okay, we want to get these stack of these things up here. So yes. What's around coughs? I don't know. Is any okay? Blue Mitchell, Blakey Mitchell, right? What's around Coffs Harbour, mate? Is there any pay to prospect at there? New ground opening up on Gilberton Station. Well, that's interesting. Mount Hogan Fossicking Grounds is the other one. Was close to the station apparently. Can anyone correct me on this? Cameron needs some help there. Yeah. So. Good spots in Victoria. See, Victoria, because Victoria and New South Wales have less pay to prospect, simply because their state forests are mostly open. How long that will last. Queensland is a bit of a pioneer with this pay to prospect because we don't have a lot of ground open. So there is pressure and to open more ground. So there's value in that. Okay? So I don't know what all this bottle talk's about. Obviously, Mark Richards is involved. If there's bottle talk, it's Mark Richards. So yeah. Pay to prospect near Canberra. No, I don't know any pay to prospector at Canberra. There is a demand in Queensland. So Rocky Gold Hunting and Prospecting does tours around Coffs. So, yes. If you're a tour operator that's interested in, and you know, obviously gold tours are pretty much covered, but if you're a tour operator and you want to do something on Palmerville, right, you just need to talk to me. Send me an email at info@Palmerville Gold and we'll, yeah. So, yeah. Righto. So, that's all good. Now, let's just be a bit sensible about this. Palmville Gold's open, will be open. The only way to get on there is through the website so that we don't go over our limited number of people. Now, so when that opens, I will let everyone know, okay? So please don't try and go on Palmerville without going through the website, because we're going to have rangers up there. The Indigenous are going to be the rangers. They're going to be running around checking permits. There is, like this, security cameras at the gate with number plate recognition. And the number plates will go into the system and we can go from there. So, yes. So we should be open a couple of weeks' time, 2 or 3 weeks' time. I will update you. Monday Night Live will be from Palmerville Station next week. So it is cool. Now, fuel stops like out in the station. We are working on getting fuel to the station at Cannibal Creek so that people can top up their vehicles at Cannibal Creek. So yeah, happy days. So that's what's going to be happening there. Okay. So let's just go back and find it. Everyone's sick of looking at. Is everyone sick of looking at gold? That happens, doesn't it? Never happened to me, but you've got to go. If you get an opportunity, you got to go and do a tour with these guys. That stuff's wicked. So I just get a bit fired up with that. So if I'm irritating everyone, you know, that's what happens. So let's just go here, and we just got to. I'm setting up to do these prizes here because I'm disorganised as per normal. I've gone well over my allotted time as usual. Well and truly over my allotted time. So let me just work this out here. I'm working on it here, guys. So there'll be a stack of questions. Please send them to info or give that number a ring or text. Yep, it looks like Palmerville Gold is open. It is the Facebook page. People are getting on there, so that's fantastic. Yes, my phone's going off here. So this is the Western Yaoundji. I think it's pronounced. Let me just have a look here. The Millie Rock Tours. I'll put that link up in the post. But they're the only guys that do the traditional tours on the property. So that's pretty cool. But you got to talk to these guys and go and do that, because it's a good experience. Talking to Brad and Johnny about that. That's pretty cool. So let me just see if I can find the picture I'm looking for here. So I don't know why I can't find it here. There it is. There it is. Right, so let's get this show on the road. I've got to turn my phone off. It's going nuts here. So go absolutely mental. Right, so prizes. We've got to draw these prizes. 2 hats. Right, Mind Loud hats. Spectacular colour range. Black or tan, your choice of colour. You'll have to let me know what colour you want, right? So there's one of these for Facebook, one of these for YouTube, right? Then we've got a very, very cool stubby cooler here that the girls made, taking the mickey out of me, right? About all my... I haven't used that saying for a while. It's proper good, right? Proper good, yep. So what Palmerville is proper good, right? It's proper good. So we've got this going to YouTube. We've got the Glendons going to the Facebook, okay? So we've got to pick up, all you need to do to enter is to make a comment. So let's do Facebook hats first. Not Facebook, YouTube. Hats first. Where's the logo on this thing? So the hat for YouTube, if I press this button now, goes to Craig Pollard. Congratulations, Craig. You've got a hat coming. Now, let's do a hat for the Facebook. Goes to Brad Chandler. Congratulations, Brad. I'll contact you after the show. All of YouTube users need to contact me, because I can't contact you. Now, got a very, very cool stubby cooler here. Girls like taking the mickey out of me. That is going to, push the button, Don Aldick. Congratulations on the YouTube. You get that cool stubby cooler. Now, Glendons. Now, I hope this goes to someone relatively local. So it's a $150 gift voucher. That buys you a weekend out there, I believe. Glendons is a cool place. Let's hope this goes to someone within like 1,000 kilometres of Glendons. When you do this random thing, you don't know what's going to happen. So let's push the button. Right, Andy Tomlinson. Where's Andy Tomlinson from? Andy Tomlinson. Brisbane. Get in. From Melbourne. Andy Tomlinson. I will contact you straight after the show. I don't know how that... I love it when stuff works out like that. So, guys, that's the show. I'll put a post up with the contact details for Palmerville Gold. Immediately after this, it will be on Gold Diggers and Gold Diggers Nation. It's been really, really cool to have a chat to you about it. I am so, so glad to be able to get this off my chest and share this. I feel like I was betraying you guys without telling you what the deal was. But we're on now, right? So I'll be doing some videos on the way up to Palmerville. I might even do some videos on the way into Palmerville, and I'll certainly be doing some videos at Palmerville. So, Monday Night Live from Palmerville next week. No idea what I'm going to talk about, but I'm sure I will find some interesting stuff to talk about. Thanks very much, guys. See you next week.
Thanks guys for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe and call us on the Daylight Helpline. See you next time.